Hello and welcome to yet another blog created on SPM this time, a very important topic of your strategic performance management. Name of the topic is economic efficiency of the firm. But before we come on to this topic, guys, an important time check. Yes, October has almost ended. Now you precisely have nearly little more than a month for your preparations. So please gear up. If you have not geared up, then it is the right time to pull up your socks and start studying. So, coming on to strategic performance management, which is paper number 20. It holds 50 marks for your final examination. And one of the very important topics of this subject is economic efficiency of the firm. 5 to 8 marks of a question is regularly, mark my words, regularly coming in the final examination since syllabus 2016 has been introduced. There has not even been a single attempt where a question from this chapter has not come, either in theory or in practical. So, from a theoretical perspective, it is very simple to just go through the types of markets which are prevalent, which we used to study in our 12th standard or our graduation. Competition, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, monopoly, its features, its advantages, its disadvantages. This is what is there in the theory portion of this chapter, which you can easily go through in these notes, and you'll be able to solve any question on theory which comes from this chapter. So theory is pretty simple from this chapter. Now comes the complicated part, which I'm going to discuss in this video. And the complicated part is the practical questions which come from this chapter. The practical questions are in form of equations. There are equations which you have to solve: average cost, marginal revenue, etc. And I am here to discuss the practical portion of this particular chapter. So let's get started. So first of all, let us get introduced to certain terminologies. Economic efficiency of a firm. Let us know certain terminologies which we will be using in this entire chapter. Terminologies are total cost, total revenue. You know about total cost and total revenue. Average cost and average revenue. What is average cost? Average cost is nothing but total cost divided by quantity. Average revenue is nothing but total revenue divided by quantity. Third one is marginal cost. What is marginal cost? Marginal cost refers to the per unit increase in cost due to per unit increase in the production. So it is actually the differential of total cost with respect to X. Similarly, marginal revenue is the differential of total revenue with respect to X. These are the three basic terminologies which we are going to use in this chapter, and you have to be clear on what is the meaning of total cost, average cost, marginal cost, total revenue, average revenue, and marginal revenue. Now, one more derivative equation which will be used in this chapter will be profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. Obviously, if you want to compute the profit, then it will be total revenue minus total cost. So these are the basic terminologies which we are going to see in this chapter. Now let's start with illustration number 1. The cost C of a firm is given by function C is equal to 4x cube 9x square plus 11x plus 27. Find the average cost, marginal cost, average variable cost, average fixed cost, x being the output. So we have been given a cost function. And what is the cost function? The cost function is 4x cube plus 9x square plus 11x plus 27. This is the cost function. Now, if I want to ask you what is the variable cost and what is the fixed cost, then you can easily bifurcate this equation into two parts. This is the variable cost because it is dependent on x. X is the number of units produced. This is the fixed cost. It is not dependent on x. It remains fixed at any level of x, and hence 27 is the fixed cost. Amalgamation or addition of variable cost and fixed cost will result into total cost. Now, the question is requiring me to compute average cost. Average cost is nothing but total cost divided by x, which is equal to 4x square plus 9x plus 11 plus 27 by x. So this is the average cost function. Then the question is requiring me to compute the marginal cost. Now guys, this is very important. I have told you that the marginal cost is differentiation of total cost with respect to x. Now what is differentiation? How do you compute a differentiation of a function? We have a function which is this. How do you compute differentiation of this function? So I'll tell you the technique. Let's take one variable by one variable. Let's take 4x cube first of all. So 4x cube has 3 as the power. So power should come first, multiplied by the original constant, multiplied by x raised to the power 3 minus 1. So differentiation of 4x cube is 3 comes as a multiple, then x raised to the power 3 and there is a minus 1 in the power. This is the differential of 4x cube. In simple terms, the differential of 4x cube is 12x square. Now let's try the differential of 9x square. 2 multiplied by 9x 2 minus 1. So differential of 9x square will be 18x. Now let's try the differential of 11x. Guys, please tell me x raised to the power 1. This is given as x raised to the power 1. So first of all, 1 will become the multiplying factor and x raised to the power 1 minus 1. So x raised to the power 0. Then the last fixed cost, the last portion which is 27. Can you tell me, can you see x in this 27? Can you see any x in this 27? Your answer will be no sir, we cannot see any x in the 27. Your answer is incorrect. There is x hidden in this 27 as well, but the power of x which is hidden in this 27 number is 0. So x raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. Therefore, there is a x inside this 27 as well. The x which is inside this 27 has the power 0. And you know, if 0 is multiplied by any number, it will result into 0. So we will take the differential of 27 as 0. Because x raised to the power 0, 0 will get multiplied by 27 and 0 multiplied by 27 is 0. So what is the marginal cost function? Marginal cost function is 12x square plus 18x plus 11. Sir, where does this x go? This x becomes raised to the power 0 and x raised to the power 0 is 1. Therefore, this x extinguishes. The marginal cost function becomes 12x square plus 18x plus 11. Next part which question requires us to compute is the variable cost. Guys, variable cost you have already computed. What is the variable cost? 4x cube plus 9x square plus 11x. Now the question is also requiring us to compute the average variable cost. Now what will be the average variable cost? It will simply be the variable cost divided by x. So the average variable cost will be 4x square plus 9x plus 11. This is the average variable cost. Now, if someone asks you, what is the average fixed cost? Please tell me what is the fixed cost first. Sir, fixed cost is 27. If I ask you, tell me what is the average fixed cost, then the average fixed cost will be 27 divided by X. So this is how you compute the average cost, marginal cost, average variable cost, and average fixed cost for any cost function. X being the number of units which have been produced by the entity. So you can keep X is equal to 1. You will get the total cost which has been spent in making 1 unit. You can keep X is equal to 2. You will get the total cost which has been spent in producing 2 units. Same formulas will be applicable if the question gives you a revenue function. So the only difference will be that if you are given a revenue function, then you will be able to compute average revenue, marginal revenue, and average variable revenue, and so on and so forth. So if revenue function is given, then you can compute all these things with respect to revenue as well. So this is the first concept of this chapter, economic efficiency. Now let us go on to other questions. Question number 2 is a similar question. You can try it yourself. It is a very, very simple question. Now comes a very important part, minimization and maximization of a function. What is minimization and maximization of a function? So we are given a cost function of a firm, which is this x cube minus 4x square plus 7x. We have been given a cost function. Find at what level of output average cost is minimum and what level will it be. This is known as the concept of minimization and maximization. How do you minimize and maximize a particular equation? So we are going to study now minimization and maximization of a particular equation. So let us take the equation which is given in illustration number 3. Illustration is, there's a cost function which is given. The cost function is x cube minus 4x square plus 7x. This is the cost function. The question is requiring you to minimize the average cost. You have to minimize the average cost. Now to minimize the average cost, first you have to compute the average cost. Now the average cost in this question will be, so I just have simply divided this equation with x. If you divide this equation with x, then you will get the average cost, which comes out to be x square minus 4x plus 7. Now we need to maximize this equation, minimize this equation. We have to find an output level where the average cost is minimum. Now the procedure to minimize any function is, first of all, you have to compute the differential of that equation. So differential of this equation will be computed as 2x minus 4. Sir, how did you arrive at 2x? Very simple. 2 becomes the multiplying factor. 2 minus 1 is 1. Therefore, x raised to the power 1 is the variable factor. So 2x is the function, derivative function of x square. Minus 4x, x raised to the power 1. 1 is multiplied by 4. It remains 4. X raised to the power 1 minus 1 becomes x raised to the power 0. So it becomes 1. 1 multiplied by 4 is 1. So the first differential of this equation is 2x minus 4. Now to minimize this equation, you have to equate the first differential with 0. So I have equated the first differential of this equation with 0. And the answer is 2 units. So 2 units is the level at which the average cost will be minimum. Now your answer doesn't end here. You have to also prove that the average cost will be minimum at this point, and to prove it, you have to again differentiate the equation which has been given to you. You have to again differentiate this equation. This equation has to be again differentiated. This is known as double derivative of the equation or second derivative of the equation. Now please tell me what will be the second derivative of this equation? It will be 2. 2x minus 4 vanishes. 2x becomes 2. So the second derivative of this equation is 2. Is it a positive number or a negative number? Positive number. If it is a positive number, then you can be sure that this equation is the minimum equation at x is equal to 2. If this number was a negative number, then this equation would have been the maximization equation. In this case, since it is a positive 2, it is a minimum equation. So, average cost will be minimum at the level of x is equal to 2. Question has also required you to compute the average cost at this output level. Okay. So what we need to do is we just need to put the figures, that is 2 instead of x in the equation, and we will compute the minimum average cost which will be arrived with this equation. And the minimum average cost which is arrived with this equation is 3. So the minimum cost is 3 and the level, output level at which this minimum cost is attained is 2 units. So this is how you are going to solve the maximization and minimization problems. First derivative, second derivative, and if second derivative is positive, then the equation is the minimum. If the second derivative is negative, then the equation is maximum at that level. Guys, this is not it. You have to complete all the practical questions which are given in the notes pertaining to this concept. Unless and until you practice it strongly, unless and until you do all the questions yourself, you will not be able to solve them in the examination. Therefore, it is necessary to solve all these questions in the examination properly and in detail. So here I end this vlog, and in case of any queries or any questions which you have, if you face any problem in this chapter, please note that this chapter is mandatory chapter. A question of 5 to 8 marks is mandatorily gonna come from this chapter. So it is a very, very, very important chapter. You cannot afford to not do this chapter while going in your group 4 examination. So you have to do this chapter. So just let me know if you face any problem in solving these questions or you want any clarity on some issue. Please do write into me, and of course, happy studying.